And I believe we're live.
All right,
All right.
here we go.
Yeah, we're on the air. Let me check if audio is all right. Everyone start talking about something.
Well, right now I'm going through back in time to try and find what was the first anime I ever dropped.
There's only like one really, and you guys might hate me for it too. Uh, the only one that I ever really dropped because I only watched a few episodes and just like no, this isn't for me. Was Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Yeah, it's not all that
Well,
surprising.
like I said, Evangelion has a very specific like
I think it's okay. I
story.
don't think it's phenomenal like everyone else does, but I don't think it's the
Oh,
worst
you know,
fucking thing
I
like
just got.
everyone else does.
You're thinking it from a point after it's already aired. You got to think about it from the point of when it was currently airing.
Yeah, when it was currently airing, America didn't even give that much of a crap about. Well, maybe some of the hardcore niche anime fans, but like, well, when was Evangelion airing?
The
Mm,
U.S. airing was
I, I would.
Not
I
U.S.,
think it showed
Japan.
up on Toonami. It was about the only place it really aired.
Japan. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe
I think
2003.
I think Evangelion was like '90s anime right
Yeah, it
there,
was 90s. I want to say 97, maybe.
Oh yeah,
like
right.
late
'Cause this
'90s.
is
Yeah,
on. Yeah, but we didn't get it till early
like
2000s.
yeah, but like I noticed it was like I looked at some lists and it was like a top quintessential '90s animes or something like that, and like it gets talked about in such high regard and everything that I just couldn't get into it.
They're still pushing freaking merch for it to this day. You see fucking Gendo Ikari selling out to a razor blade commercial. So, yeah, it's basically Star Wars over there. Okay. Hello. Late introduction, but welcome to this week's stream. With me is Windsor, and another guest is MST3K Tom.
Yo,
Introduce yourselves. Say
Yo,
hello.
hey,
And anyways, all is forgiven, Vmon. I didn't mind that at all. I've heard about the conversation you had with Real a couple nights ago. But anyways, I apologize for my tone of voice. I'm actually recovering from a cold. It's not as bad as it used to be. I can still talk, but I might have to mute myself in order to prevent any loud coughs in the speakers and ruining your ears. But I still want to get this stream out of the way because the more I thought about this idea for a stream, the more I wanted to do it. It was actually taking over the fucking Gundam Breaker 3 video I wanted to do. And also, I wasn't also fond of the idea of doing 3 live streams on a row on my channel, but like this idea, I really liked, and I do admit I borrowed it from Digibro, and that is, I am going to look through my anime list, and now that I know how screen sharing works, you can see it, and you can see why. And we're gonna go through the list of anime I couldn't finish watching because for various reasons. And you'll be able to see what my anime list is, which is kind of a work in progress because I'm like chronicling back to like 20 plus years of anime I've seen, and I have to mark it on my list. So,
yeah, somewhere I've got a list written down on paper of like
well,
anime, like a
I've
bucket
I've
list.
used a I've used a website that was recommended to me called My Anime List, which I'll post a link right here.
Okay.
It's in the chat.
Okay.
hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Mm. Yeah, I've only seen like 1 or 2 episodes of Gundam Seed, and I didn't like the art style, nor did I like the weepy melodramatic stuff that Matt Wheaton was talking about. Yeah, you can tell it's my profile because it's an image of Ryoko, my fucking former avatar, and I don't feel like updating that page. I really like that image of her a lot. just for her just sitting staring. That's good. That's good shit. Thanks, Ghost Store. So let's see. Ooh, 9 people watching, but only like 5 people interacting in the chat. That's still
That's not
progress.
bad because I'm not even in there yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to contact Lance if he wanted to join. Let me check one more time with him. He was AFK. He's probably watching Evo, which, by the way, I have not been keeping up with a whole lot. Um, there was a stream that happened last night where it was just nothing but padding and Blaze Blue cross tag battle, which none of it. They were supposed to tease a fucking announcement, but I didn't have the patience to stay up that late, so. And the cold was really fucking me up that night too, so I really need to get some meds and get some sleep.
I still have yet to find the first anime I dropped. I went from 2003 all the way from 2008.
It's so it's so easy to drop anime. At least for me, it is. I don't know why it's so difficult
Well,
for
it
you
wasn't like
guys.
that in high school because at that point that was like my escape from everything. I was going to go watch that. I mean, I didn't watch every show that aired, but the ones I did watch, I stuck through pretty solidly. It's probably going to be around college when I finally decide to actually drop something.
Yeah, I want to say I started dropping anime when I was in college too. Um, no, I lied. I made a mistake. Actually, I forgot to put this on my fucking
Okay, I'm
list.
back. Something went wrong here, so I
Ah,
fixed it.
Oh, okay.
there's a good option. Well, one of the animes I actually did drop, despite the fact I watched like 6 episodes of it. To Love Rue.
I need my list is still a work in progress.
To Love Rue, in my opinion, is boring.
Yeah, I've only seen 2 episodes of it. But the first anime I want to say I dropped, and I know a lot of people are gonna fucking point their guns at me for this one, but I just did not give a shit about Rurouni Kenshin when it was airing on Toonami.
Yeah, I only ever saw the movie, and I never found any. I think about the time that it was on Toonami, I had just stopped watching.
All right, now let's actually go through this list. And yeah, like I said before, this was kind of inspired by Digibro. He did the same thing, except my videos aren't going to be like 12 hours long because it turns out my drop list, the that I have marked so far, unless I think of something, unless another memory comes into me, I'll update it as we speak. Um, but here it is. Let me just activate my screen share.
I'll say this about To Love Rue. I didn't drop it because it wasn't just. It's the fact that when you watch like early 2003 harem anime, To Love Rue, when you get to that point, you just kind of burn out on the entire concept. Despite the fact you've watched things that were already probably peak harem, there isn't anything to go past that.
Yeah, it was about that time I kind of got burnt out on anime as a whole for a while.
Hmm.
Sorry, I had to get out another cough. All right.
Right.
So first anime I dropped, it's alphabetical order. That's the way they sort these things. But the first one we're going through is I think I've seen like 3 episodes of Angel Beats, and I decided I just really didn't care all that much.
You
and
fool!
I saw the first 3 episodes twice. In fact, I saw it first time with my buddy Jeff, and then I saw it again with Multifire. I didn't really have the will to continue it. Good theme song though. I really like it. I like the guitar cover. But I just couldn't care all that much. The English dub was kind of The main character design was almost a plagiarist of Haruhi Suzumiya. Multifire was telling me that it just got worse and worse as the series progressed. And it looked nice, but it didn't look like something that was my cup of tea. It's an anime about the afterlife, from all I know. And the afterlife, actually, here's the synopsis right here. Otanashi wakens only to learn he is dead. A rifle-toting girl named Yuri explains that they're in the afterlife, and the afterlife is a fucking high school. Which, at that point, I was just going, ugh. Even in death, you can't escape Japanese high school and anime.
No, that's what hell is.
Yeah, that's the plot twist, except not really. All right, I'm going through the comment section, see if anyone said Nitwit drop Boku no Piku. That's smart. Ghost Storm said Angel Beast is just a ripoff of Haruhi and Clannad. Well, I did mention the main character was Haruhi. Drop an anime due to filler. Well, people will do that. So,
Like
yes,
if a
that's a legit
series
reason.
can't like drag its plot to a crawl, then it's just not worth watching. At that point, you just might as well go read the manga because it's shorter.
I'm pretty sure filler was what got the original Kenshin anime canceled in the first place. All right. Next on the list. All right. I only saw one episode of Fairy Tail, and again, I was watching this with Multifire, and we both got fucking pissed. It just looked like some generic shonen shit I didn't care about. Mystical anime. So it's basically a
It's
fantasy
from the
anime.
guy who made Rave Master. Remember?
I didn't give a shit about Rave Master back then. Fuck that show. I apologize.
Come on! Don't you?
First off, I thought this artwork almost. When I saw the manga originally, I thought the artwork was almost too similar to One Piece, but no, I took a look at the manga.
Don't get
different
me started
guys.
on One Piece.
Oh, One Piece. That's not on the list, but obviously that's dropped because 800 episodes.
I only read like a couple of chapters. And
Well, whatever. This
Nope,
was
me.
another fantasy shonen anime series, and I was already reading Negima, so I had my quota filled. So going back on the text comments, see what we got. Keanu's dog. Fairy Tail's cool. I think Fairy Tail looks like it was drawn by a woman. No, Ghost Storm. Ghost Storm. Kodomo G-Con was drawn by a woman. Want you to learn
Don't
that
say the
wonderful
forbidden
history.
word here.
Okay, next show, Fate Stay Night, the original anime, not Fate Zero, not Fate Unlimited Blade Works. I'm actually in the middle of watching Fate Zero because that's really good. But this was that anime that I heard about and it sounded like a cool premise. A guy I knew in high school was just super gushing about it. I told this narrative like 3 million times. Watched the first 4 episodes. The artwork was nice, but the pacing was just fucking horrible. I believe I was yawning in tears by episode 4, I believe. Got a hate comment for it. Somebody said I had no taste for not liking this. And I believe Unlimited Blade Works, isn't that a reboot?
It's it's an alternate route in the novel, and it's the one everyone likes.
Yeah, so this makes this fucking anime completely pointless then. So I'll just have to watch Zero and go straight to Unlimited Blade Works, and then maybe Grand Order and all those fun little spin-off stuff. Yeah, so I don't see myself continuing.
You can watch Extra and learn the greatness of Tamomono Monono Momono Monome.
Is that how you say it?
Fox Girl.
What? That's a real tongue twister.
Tomomono ne. Tomomono ne. Me. That's it. Tomomono me.
Okay.
She is a fox girl, and you know how
But
great those are.
Like I said, I got a good amount of episodes of Fate Zero in. My favorite character has to be the Rider, Iskander the Conqueror. He's like such a badass, manly man.
He is
character.
the best, bro.
Yeah, he is. He's voiced by Sojiro from Persona 5 as well, so that makes it awesome. Yeah, I'm watching it in English. Sue me. Oh, next show. We're already down at the M's. See, like I said, it's not big. It's not a big list. We talked about this show a couple of times. Magical Girl Site.
Like it's just edgy, you know, out of the edge.
It's not even edgy enough. Elfin Lied was edgy.
It becomes a comedy at some point.
Yeah, that's another thing that bugs me. Like the abusive brother in that show. They're playing him for laughs, and I think it's fucking disgusting.
He becomes the main antagonist at the end. He
Yeah, you
starts like
tell me.
killing
Main
off
antagonist gets
cast.
raped by a prison guard, blah, blah, blah. But it's not enough for me to give this show another chance. Now, here's the thing. Let me make a disclaimer. Just because I think a magical girl show is dark and gritty, I do not think it is a plagiarism of Madoka Magica. That being said, however, I find it weird that the main character is some meek, wimpy little girl. Her fucking supporting character is the cool stoic badass, a common Yuri pair trope, and that so-called badass has the same ability as Homura's in that she can freeze time.
Ooh.
Yeah, you didn't think that. You didn't
The
think.
ripoff.
Well, laziness is more like it. That being said, I am currently reading the manga Magical Girl Spec Ops Asuka because I like that title. Let's go through chat. Let's see.
Okay, I have entered college territory on the timeline. I should be running into the next thing I dropped at some point.
All right. Next show, Mawaru Penguin Drum. I didn't even finish the first episode, which is why it's not marked there. Again, it's something I was watching with Multifire. See the pattern here we're going by, and we just didn't have the will to finish it. We were both like super fucking frustrated at that point. I think it was the same day we were watching Fairy Tail too. We were just like, we were both in our fucking this. I want to say this was back in 2011. We were both in that strong. God damn it, anime today sucks balls. Why can't it be cool again?
Yeah.
What year was that?
2011.
Speaking of, time for me to go to 2011. I know for a fact I dropped something during this year.
What's that?
I don't know yet, but I have to go find it. Oh yeah, Fractal, because
Sorry.
that was kind of boring.
I can't watch. Actually, I did watch one sports anime, and that's Bamboo Blade. It's kendo, but it's technically a sport, and I love the shit out of it. Now, hold on a second. Somebody's contacting us on Discord.
But wait a second. 2011 was when Madoka Magica came out.
Yeah. No, but we're not watching Tekken. I'll just have to catch the highlights later. Yeah. Madoka came out, but a whole lot of other crap started coming out, like Rio.
There was also Anohi. That's the one about like got a bunch of people that were friends. Then some accident happened. It has a plot twist.
That show. I forgot what it's called.
Dead Man Wonderland also came out during there, and that would have been good if it wasn't kind of a rush job.
Okay, next show. Senai Heroin no Soda Tekikika, or I think it's called How to Like Raise a Heron or some shit.
Oh, that show. Yeah, I definitely dropped that one. That one was boring. It even has the word boring in the title.
Yeah, I think it's called How to Raise a Boring Heroine or How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend, or as I like to call it, How to Make a Boring Ass Anime. 3 episodes. Gave it that rule. Saw the OVA as well beforehand.
I didn't even give it 3 episodes. I gave it 2.
I saw the OVA as well, and it's terrible. The artwork is bland. The premise was actually pretty cool. Well, not cool, but it would have hooked me. Tomoya Aki, an otaku, has been obsessed with collecting anime and light novels for years. He tries to himself very serious with capturing series of characters. Now he wants to have a chance to provide the same experience for others by creating his own game. Unfortunately, he can't do this task by himself. So it's an anime about game development, which is a very intriguing premise, even if it is a visual novel. Would have been something that would have engaged me. Unfortunately, what I got instead was a bunch of fucking generic cliched side characters all pining for a generic shonen hero boy's penis. And I was getting some hard Sword Art Online flashbacks because of it. It's even from the same studio, I believe. Yeah, A1 Pictures right here.
You should have watched Sakura Soul instead.
The hell suck? You know what? I'll search that right now.
That has a plot involving game
Sakura
development.
Soul.
Except the main guy's just an ideas guy.
I'm not seeing it pop up on this fucking list. What's the Japanese word for soul?
It's not soul. It's Sakurasou.
Oh, Sakura So.
Yeah,
Nothing.
it's. Let's see. English title is. Let me see if I can get it to load up on my anime list. Ironically enough, the pet girl of Sakura Soul. Sakurasou. One word.
Oh, you mean Sakura So no Pet no Kanachu?
Yes. Well, the main character has a part where he wants to become like not really a game developer, but like a concept designer,
When a man
which doesn't
kittens in
have
his
a.
good conscience for a second year soar out of Kanda to move into Suime High School's infamous Sakura Hall, the satellite doorman and eccentric misfit residents turn his life upside down. The decidedly average Sarada finds it difficult to fit in with the bizarre collection of dorm residents like Masonic, an energetic animator, Jin, a playwright playboy. Okay, he sounds hilarious. Ryunosuke, a reclusive programmer. That's kind of redundant. And Chihiro, the dorm manager, art teacher, and party girl. Those three don't mix together all that well.
Hey, Dragon is a great character. Now I watch this anime every Christmas.
So Sarada's friend Nanami, a second year student and aspiring voice actress, pushed him to find new orders of many cats so he can quickly move back to regular dorms. However, his desire to escape Sacred Hall wavers when the pet like infantile second year Mashiro Shina, world class artistic. Ugh, okay. Supported by Chess Cork, so I'm come out the shows and true change in lives. Based on the light novel series of the same name. That
There's
title
a character.
explores
There's a character that'll resonate well with you. It's about a voice actor who's told to give up on her dreams.
fuck you, motherfucker.
But it's okay because she doesn't.
Jesus. It's got a score of 8.32, so but then
It's
again,
not
I don't trust
like,
other reviewers.
the same vein as this one I watched, I think, an episode or two of an anime called Comic Party.
I saw oh god, I tried to watch that. That needs to be put on my list. Hold on a second. Not the first season. I somehow managed to finish that. Second season, on the other hand.
It just
Yeah,
that
Comic
didn't
Party
really
Revolution.
catch me because it's just a bunch of aspiring manga artists and writers.
Again, a premise I would have liked. Um,
That's why you should also finish watching all of Bakuman.
well, I need
All
to finish the
70
manga.
something episodes.
Oh, what the fucking hell?
What the heck?
Fucking, goddamn spam shit.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yay. I know I saw the whole damn
Man.
thing. I'll just do this.
Yeah, 2011 wasn't that bad of a year. You just had to know where to look. That was back when anime was on its recovery and actually releasing like way more shows, but not an insanely large amount of shows. That came like back
Yeah,
then.
I think I mostly caught a lot of like remakes of anime. That were pretty good. Those are about the only ones that really caught my eye. Like probably the one that I absolutely loved out of all the anime remakes was the new Guyver anime
Oh yeah, that one was pretty good.
because it
All
was
right,
like more
so
than 13 episodes like the original OVA, and so you get to see more of the story. Not to mention the artwork was amazing.
So, new thing I've added to the list is Comic Party Revolution. I have that on DVD. Will I come back to it? I don't know. I don't care. I don't want to. I've somehow trudged through Comic Party, but I forgot how the second half ended. After trying to give it a chance like 4 fucking times. Comic Party Revolution had like was licensed by ADV, and as a result, the entire voice cast changed. One voice actress in particular had a very screechy, breaking voice.
Oh God, that
It was
reminds me of
it's the brunette lady right here in this thumbnail, the one I'm circling around. She was the most annoying thing to hear in the whole damn series. But I just remember that show being like so bad, and I watched it like the night before I went the night before I went to Louisiana with my friend Matt, and I couldn't even remember what the fuck I was watching.
Mm.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, way you described that voice actor reminds me of the Terrible Woman. As I remember watching when they finally dubbed more of Sailor Moon, and they got the new voice actresses and stuff, and the one for Sailor Moon herself was like
Which one? The
from
Deep
the
Clover Way or the
Clover
Fizz? Oh,
from
okay.
Clover.
Because
Sounded
the
like
one they got for Fizz is just fine.
yeah, it was like nails on a chalkboard bad.
Yeah, she didn't even sound like a teenager.
Yeah, and it was just oh my god, because like I have these like Malaysian copies of the entire series, and it automatically goes to the terrible English dub when you try to watch those episodes, and like I have to quickly change it so I don't have to hear that.
Mm-mm. Lazy Samurai, I'm warning you now. If you watched Usagi Drop back when it came out, never read the manga.
He means it. Don't do it.
All right, well, yeah, there's a couple of mangas that I tried to read that back when like Shonen Jump was still around, and they were pretty much the reasons why I did not watch all those like uber popular animes that were out in like the early 2000s that everybody just won't shut up about, like Naruto and One Piece, and especially freaking Death Note.
Mm.
But, like, what the hell?
Oh, right. I remember a show I dropped now. I dropped Crime Edge. That was about the guy who had a fetish for cutting hair. And, like, had to protect this girl who has, like, hair that grows forever from assassins or something.
Wait, wait, are you telling me they actually made an anime adaptation based off of the character Fred from Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Let's see.
What?
Himakiri is a seemingly ordinary boy with one slight problem. He is obsessed with cutting other people's hair. One day, he
You
meets.
totally missed my reference.
Oh yeah, I totally got the reference. I had to read the synopsis to confirm.
That sounds like it was like somebody's like fan made.
Like there was an episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog where like I want to say it was Aunt Muriel's nephew. Um, and he narrated the whole episode. He's like, I've come to visit my sweet Aunt Muriel. Little does she know I've been behaving.
Oh yeah, the creepy
Naughty.
blonde dude with creepy grin
That
all the
creepy
time.
guy.
Yeah. So the thing about this is the girl's hair cannot be cut,
Oh
and
no.
Okay.
but then he found out these special scissors that he has are the only thing that can cut her hair because it belonged to one of his ancestors who was an assassin that killed people with them.
Hmm.
And,
So
and then he had to
so
protect.
Amelia Rage from Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
I could totally hear that in the background.
Drop that show because I don't know. It's one of those that just felt so generic, and I couldn't really like the characters enough to keep watching. It was just very boring by the books. Now, despite the fact I don't drop a lot of anime, I have plenty of anime that I watched all the way through that I regret watching entirely.
Oh man, I was hoping somebody would bring that up because I've
I
got
didn't watch Blue Dragon. I didn't care for it.
that
Or nor did I play the game.
that that subject that brought me. I was hoping somebody would ask that eventually, but there is one anime that I regretted watching, and I really wish that I had dropped it. And that's the anime OVA. It was only like 13 episodes long. It was the Skull Man.
Skull Man, what was that about?
The Skull Man. It's actually a
It's an old
adaptation of.
Ishinomori IP.
Yeah, it's like his unfinished manga that his protege had finished, and like I remember getting all hyped about it because I thought it was gonna because the way everything looked like it was gonna be a modern, like a modernized version of the manga,
Hey,
but
Black and Silver.
it was nothing like that. There was like brief mention of the original guy who was the Skullman, and that was it. The rest of it was just a total clusterfuck. Like just all this stuff going on, you couldn't follow it.
It's like what happens when a movie switches like 5 directors. Just
It's
all over
like,
the place. No sense of.
and all I really got from it was the idea is it's like these two reporters are going to investigate in this town the mysterious return of the Skull Man, and of course it mostly focuses on them and their budding romantic relationship, all while suddenly out of nowhere like some mutant monster shows up terrorizing people, and Skullman shows up and just goes into this like gory violent fights and stuff.
Oh yeah, I dropped Sakura Trick. That was just a Yuri anime. That's whole point was that it was a Yuri anime. Yeah, sure, the main character's made out every episode, but that gets boring quick. A show I definitely regret watching all the way through is Wizard Barristers.
Yeah.
Because
Anyways,
that budget got so bad. The last episode was just still frames.
oh yeah, that sounds terrible. Just like Megazone 23 Part 3 and 4. So next show on my list is Sankareya Undying Love. I think I ranted to this to you, Windsor. I kind of wish you just kept the Blu-ray as a prize. Again, interesting premise. Very could be played as both comical, dark, and twisted. But apparently they must have adapted this fucking manga only like 3 chapters in or some shit because they really pad out the pacing was terrible. It was the worst. The character doesn't even become a zombie until like the very end of episode 3. And it was just so goddamn meandering. And then I dropped it after the episode where the main character's childhood friend talks about why she loves him so much because she protected him from a big doggo one day. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck about you as a fucking tomboy cliche. Get the fuck out of here. It was just, and I was already halfway done with the series, so I don't have the will to continue watching this. Like, it's weird. It's slow paced, but when you get to the end of the episode, you're like, you finish the episode going, wait, that's it? Like fucking Another was pretty slow paced at the beginning too, but it picked up a bit, and which is why I was able to finish that show. It was terrible.
So I found about 3 anime I dropped. That started around 2014. That's when I like actually started dropping anime because there was just so many anime coming out a season. One was Black Bullet, which I stopped watching because I didn't want to go to jail.
What?
That show has a lot. Okay, it's about like all these little girls who have magical powers, and it turns into a harem about halfway through, and I'm like, okay, this is dumb. I dropped Soul Eater Not.
Yeah, hold on.
The animation quality was that bad.
Yeah, like was it even Studio Bones?
Yes, it was. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Help me out. What was the name of that fucking tokusatsu anime?
Samurai Flamenco?
Thank you. I need to add that to my dropped list.
I thought you watched all of it.
No, I didn't. I dropped it once it started becoming once it dropped.
Once it started becoming Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Don't worry, it stops being Power Rangers and then it becomes Ultraman.
That still sucks. I'd rather it just be kick ass with. I'd rather it just continue being a lighthearted kick ass with tokusatsu characters.
I dropped Selector Infected with Cross because I got really bored with card game anime. Despite the fact card games weren't even the focus of the show, it just the whole premise of it was the Madoka Magica of card games. Like that was the plot. Become a card game player and get your magical wish. Oh what? Bad things are happening now? If you lose, you get the opposite of what you wanted?
Sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
So it's like that kind of stuff that like that's why I kind of went and burnt out on anime and went straight for Toku.
Yeah, Toku was pretty good at that time. Of course, it dropped Rail Wars. That show was
Yeah, it wasn't about trains and then it just became about fan service instead.
yes. It should have
See,
been about train fan service, but no, it was just normal fan service.
See, I wish there was a feature in my anime list that gives you the option to never watch ever at all. Please stop recommending me this tripe. Because that's what they keep doing. They're like, oh, would you like to watch Full Metal Alchemist? No.
Like TiVo.
Yeah, I want that to be a feature. Otherwise, that list would be enormous. And we would actually be here for like 7 hours.
Oh God.
But anyways, next on the list, Seikon no Quasar. You've heard about this anime, the Quasar Stigmata. That's the anime about the guy who gets his fucking powers from titty milk. I saw the first episode because my friend's like, "Oh, you want something completely bad? Here's something." And then I watched it. I was horrified. He was laughing at my expressions. It is a so bad it's entertaining anime. I am super because of what Real says what happens later on in the series. I am super tempted to actually go back and watch it just on the mindset of like watching a fucking canon or trauma video or something, just on the so bad it's entertaining area. Apparently, it's ranked in popularity number 401.
That's pretty low.
Not that low. Let's see.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, there was another anime I dropped. Oddly enough, of all things, Dragon Ball Super.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. So bad it's good, basically.
Is it because you got tired of hearing Japanese Goku voice?
No, I can stand that. It's because like it got like the same way I felt with like Dragon Ball Z, where after like the Frieza saga, it started to just kind of feel repetitive. And that one, and plus there was a lot of filler stuff after that point. But like, plus the idea that like, the first 2 story arcs is like, it's just a rehash of the 2 movies that are like stretched.
Yeah. Oh, here's another one. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon for obvious reasons?
Again, that would be on the. Again, I would put that on the never gonna watch, never want to watch, stop recommending it to me list. If there was such a thing.
I thought maybe they learned their lesson from Sword Art, but nope.
No, why would they when they make so much money?
Even harder.
Like, why would they learn their lesson on something that's bad yet successful?
Look, you can make an entire show that's nothing but cute girls, but at least make your protagonist interesting. That is the only thing you have to do. And that's the thing they constantly fail on.
Yeah, because they don't know how to create male characters, weirdly enough. Speaking of women, Sekanda Ichiban Tsukyo Narutai, aka I want to be the strongest in the world. What I was expecting. Women's wrestling. What I got, really stupid softcore torture porn fan service with a main protagonist with a fucking losing streak so bad she shouldn't even have a career. Oh my god! Again, watching this with Multifire, we were like 3 episodes in, And the third episode was just embarrassing to watch, not because they keep doing submission holds on close-ups of like women's like crotch areas while they are fucking screaming as if they're moaning in pain. But the main character fucking taps out to like the same two submission holds for 50 losses in a fucking row. It's either a sharpshooter press or a Boston crab, which, if you don't know what those wrestling moves are, they're pretty similar. You get on the opponent's back and you pull on their legs. Sharpshooter press, kind of the same thing, but you kind of cross the legs over to your leg. It's Bret Hart's signature move. Yeah, and she didn't know how to. She didn't learn. She didn't know how to learn from this. She kept losing. It was so obnoxious, man. It really pissed me off. And it wasn't until she threw in her letter of resignation that somebody decided to help her with that.
Oh, God, that's so
It was so fucking frustrating that there's no way I wanted to continue watching anime after that. Yeah, it wasn't the fan service that got me or any of that. It was just that the main character was a bigger pathetic loser than Hakufu Sunsaku from the first season of Vicky Tosen.
oh, damn.
Really passionate there.
Yeah, every time I think about this anime, every time I think about that moment, it pisses me off, man. It sends me into a boiling rage. It's like, man, that anime sucked. And then I just keep thinking about, oh, she keeps like jumping out to like the same moves. By the way, the way wrestling works, it's not kayfabe either. It's not like she's going in the ring and being told to lose. She's losing due to her own lack of fucking skill. Just want to make that clear. That's how wrestling in this world worked. Oh, God.
Okay.
You'd
I
think
got
after
an
like
anime
the first
drop.
3 times she'd learned that she needed to get better, but I guess not.
No, because why would you? Oh, Jesus.
So
Yeah, this is one of the ones that pisses me off hardcore.
it seems you're very passionate about that.
Well, I like wrestling, I like women, and of course I like women's wrestling. So every time I see somebody put those two together and then screw the pooch on it, I get a little sad inside. Don't get me fucking started on Rubble Roses Double X for the Xbox 360.
Okay. Oh, I won't.
Yeah, I might actually have to watch Kanika Man.
So this anime is an anime I dropped for reasons not because it's bad. It's actually really good. It's because it's too good that I had to drop it.
What's it called?
PBK Euphonium. That's the high school marching band anime.
Okay.
I need to add something else on my drop list,
It is
but
done by Kyoto Animation, and it is really, really pretty to look at. I had to drop it because it got too real. It hit too close to home for me, and it gave me memories I did not want to. It's about high school band, and as you know, high school band is full of petty, unnecessary drama and pointless bickering for stupid reasons. So, seeing an anime that is about that made me like, I don't want to remember high school like this.
Yeah, I'm not really big on like slice of life anime either.
It turns into a Yuri halfway through, so if you like that, there's that.
there seems to be a pattern with you and your dropped anime.
It's not because it's Yuri that I dropped it. The Yuri didn't even really start.
Well,
yet.
the problem is that Yuri is getting fucking bland, dude. Like it's the
Like-
same.
look, the Yuri plot in this show is actually good though.
Like,
Because-
didn't you like scare me from Riddle's story of the devil because of the Yuri?
Oh yeah, right.
So here's an update on my drop list. Watashi ga Motenai no do Kangite mo Omero wa Wari. Also known as no matter how you look at it, it's your fault that I'm not popular. I wouldn't say it was a terrible show, but it was one of the cringiest shows that I've ever watched to the point where I just can't fucking watch it. I think they were trying to make this main character unlikable because her whole fucking shtick is that she fails at everything.
Man,
but I guess that backfired because people liked her. People probably wanted to root for her, and as a result, it was just hard to watch. It was really sad.
So for you, it just hit a little too close to home. Got it. Oh man, this person is
God
Yeah,
forbid,
I don't see a pattern with you.
I'm
where
insanely awkward. Ah,
You don't like pathetic lead characters.
she becomes better in the manga. She actually gets friends.
oh,
Ironically enough, with the school bullies.
that's weird. That is really weird.
Jeez, this show. Orwari no Seraph, otherwise known as the Gay Vampire Show.
What are you doing
Was
watching
it
Cave
Twilight the
Vampires?
anime?
I didn't know it was going to turn out that way. Yes, Durarara's good. I need to watch the last season.
Durara, aka Dur.
Oh, I also dropped Naoto Yuki-chan because it's not Haruhi.
Yeah, goddamn, that studio really likes to piss off its fan base.
All they had to do is make Haruhi season 3. Quit making things hard on me.
All right, next show on my list. This is probably gonna get me fucking like lambasted, but I was trying to enjoy Soul Eater and I fucking couldn't. I put down 5 episodes in, but I forgot. But I don't know how much I actually watched. I dropped it after the Dr. Stein introduction, because this character just turned out to be a fucking beat for beat knockoff of Kakashi in his test, right down to having like a very similar ending. But other than that, I like the 2 main characters of Soul and what's her name, Maka, the one that uses him as a scythe.
Yeah.
Yeah, those 2 were fine. I didn't fucking like Black Star, and I sure as hell didn't like Death the Kid and his weird, stupid OCD symmetry problem. So that was like 2/3 of the characters I wasn't going to enjoy. I didn't want to sit through any of that, and again, it was like feeling some more usual shonen stuff that you see now of Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. Nothing.
Yeah, I think that's
exceptional
part of
for
the
me.
reason why I didn't really care to even try to watch that because
I watched all of it, and I can just say the anime only ending kind of sours it after reading the manga. Because like they were like, okay, we have to end the manga early. Let's just rush the generic. Like you don't even understand like why the main boss is there. But in the manga, it has like 5 different plot twists explaining the ending, and then the anime, it's like, here's the ending. Bye. Also, ASM night. Yes, I did watch Agami Brilliant Park. Kanye is the best main character.
I don't know how we could sell Park titties.
Yes.
There was an actual episode where he gets all the women in swimsuits and doing cheerleader things in order to advertise the park. And I'm like genius.
Kanye knows what he's doing. The fact that his name's Kanye, though, is what.
Well, it's not spelled the same way, but it might be.
I know, but I think it like that.
All right, next on my list. It'll probably blow people's mind, but I actually did give Strike Witches a chance. And by a chance, I mean 1 episode. Again, something I watched with Multifire. Because there was a guy that we knew mutually by the name of Crazy Kopun, aka Teen Chibi. I'm hoping that triggers a memory in my chat here. Sorry, I had a cough right there. I didn't mean to. I'm trying to mute myself so you guys don't hear it.
That's fine.
But this guy, as well as another friend I know, IRL, kept talking about, oh no, this anime is great. Don't let the fucking fan service fool you. This has a fucking deep story or some shit. Even though the way, whether or not that's true, Funimation actually chose the lowest of the low brows in order to advertise this. You know what the tagline of this fucking anime they have for Strike Witches?
Pantsu, something pantsu.
Close. It said it was going to wage war against pants. Oh yeah, that's a fantastic way to sell a show with a deep narrative.
I mean, that's an understandable war because shorts are comfortable.
But Anyways, first episode, we weren't feeling it, obviously. There was still some fan service. And Multifire, when we got to the part where like there were some women conversing, talking about which one's hotter or whatever, Multifire's like, man, I don't want to hear Teen Chibi say anything about fan service anime ever fucking again with this bullshit.
It's getting another season.
I'm going to fucking avoid it. So yeah, and the character designs aren't all that interesting. Again, they're all, even some of the characters that are supposed to be old, like almost hitting their 20s, they still look like they're fucking 13. Yeah.
Blue Tsunagi Phantom World. Drop that because it was boring.
Next show on my drop list. I don't know if I'm ever going to go back to watching Techimuyo Ryoki or season 3. Saw 3 episodes. Hated the new characters. Hated the fact that Ryoko's voice actress got replaced. Hated the fact that Tenchi had a sister the whole time, but might actually be his mother after what Brandon told me that one time I streamed Destiny.
Oh, there we go. With incest.
I don't want to think about this anime. Let's move on.
Yes.
I dropped Terraformers.
Oh, you mean Sensor Formers?
Yes. That's why I dropped it, actually. I just couldn't take all the censoring. That's the problem with Crunchyroll in general. All
That's
the
something
heavy
else I need to put on my drop list, actually. Thanks for letting me know.
But the only reason why I even have Crunchyroll is because of the Ultraman shows they put on there.
But they're not even doing R&B.
Wait, who the fuck is Negan for Tekken 7? Hold on a second. I'm gonna stop the screen share.
As in the Negan from that show
Fucking dead?
About. I don't want it to be that Negan. I'm not a fan of that show anymore right now. Though, I guess good on you, Chris Hardwick, for getting your job back. Let's see. I dropped Assassination Classroom. Not for any real particular reason. It just wasn't like my thing. I mean, I know it's a good show.
I don't see myself continuing it. I saw the first episode, but I don't care enough for it to even put it on my list anywhere. Okay, I'm trying to figure out who, like, you can't. I'm looking this up right now. Hold on a second, guys.
It's cool. I'm probably about to get to another anime that I know I dropped. Let's see here. Should be something in this area. I know I at least dropped one show this season. Nope. I actually watched Yuri on Ice. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's because I hate myself. I watched like 2 seasons worth of free. Just to say I did. Yeah, really looking at it, I don't really drop a lot of shows. Even shows I think are bad, I try to watch all the way through. Because some reasons, if a show is constant...
No, good news. Anna Williams is back in Tekken. That's good. I liked her more than Nina.
I dropped Yawamushi Pedal after season 2. Only because that show got really bad at stretching out the plot with constant flashbacks. And it's like, I just want to watch this race. Why are you spending like 20 episodes on like, oh, time to bike, 2 minutes into biking, time for a flashback.
Oh, Lei Wulong also returns. That's good.
Like, flashbacks and filler can kill shows. This is the honest truth. It's like, especially too many recap episodes. I am cool with how like My Hero does it with one recap episode, like at the start of a season. That's fine.
Oh my god, Lance is confirming that Negan from The Walking Dead is in fucking Tekken 7.
I don't want to think about. Look, Negan's a fine character. I don't dislike Negan as a character. I dislike the show for jumping like 5 sharks. So much so to the point where it's not. It hasn't been entertaining since like season 2.
Okay, I'm gonna screen share my fucking reaction for a bit. I know this isn't what you guys were expecting, but Evo did show up, and that's usually a place where people drop big fighting game news. So,
Well, I no longer care for Tekken. Bye.
well,
I
apparently, Anna, Lei Wulong, and Negan are part of, or like 3 of a 5 or 6 characters pack. So, I'm still clinging on to hope that fucking Cosmic Curie returns. So,
Just The Walking Dead.
all right, here it is. All it is, guys. Be quiet for this.
Speaking of shows I dropped The Walking Dead.
Hold on.
I never got into that.
When you guys talk, it takes over the screen, remember?
Little pig, let me in.
This is so dumb. It's not what I would think. Man, makes less sense than Noctis. Oh, is this just a teaser? Yeah, it looks like just a teaser.
Why? Why would
I
they
gotta
do
say, AMC must be fucking desperate considering that show has been on a fantastic decline.
This is the only thing I can see, okay? Negan, ironically enough, is probably the only likable character left in the show. I'm surprised they didn't do Daryl in there as well. It's like, look, it's our own original, because Daryl isn't even in the original comics. He's AMC's own original character.
Oh,
This
that's
is
weird.
my OC. His name is Daryl.
Is that why he survives?
Probably. But yeah. Wait.
Damn it, dude. I really fucking hope Kiryu is confirmed.
We're a reaction channel now. Woo. Allow us to watch full episodes of shows until the channel gets copyright striked.
Shit.
Wow.
Anyways, back to the dropped anime list. Let's see. I have one more show, and then we have to like snowball here for the last hour. Working, aka Wagneria. Fucking hate this show. Fucking hate it a lot. Fucking, I want to say Jeff tried to recommend this show to me, but he likes it because he likes all things that are cute. I really just do not like this cast of characters. The main character apparently hates like taller women or whatever, and as a result, some of his dialogue can misconstrued to make him sound like a fucking weird ass lolicon. Then there's this one other character who gets slightly offended by fucking older age remarks because that's a fun trope, and she like has passive aggressive bite backs for that by making him work overtime and shit. But I think the biggest offender of all in all these characters is the one that is afraid of men so badly she just fucking knuckle dusts them physically on their face. Like she just punches them on reaction.
Okay, well that's actually kind of funny.
No, it's not. Not after watching Lovina. No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't like shows that will give him flashback to shows he doesn't like.
Well, that too, yeah. Terrible.
Makes sense.
Fucking horrible. And no, it's not like Food Wars. Food Wars actually goes Food Wars is actually goes into food. This is just working at a restaurant. It's not even played in a realistic, cynical way like that Ryan Reynolds movie, which is what Multifire was expecting, but he didn't get. Terrible show. I don't know why people keep recommending it to me.
Just reminds me of the kind of anime fans that I do not like at all. But that's a subject probably for another time.
Fucking hate Lovina too. No, I don't care. I'm not following up Real's wager to rewatch that anime. I'll fucking reread the manga, but not watch the anime.
Don't make checks your ass can't cash. Okay, show I wish I dropped the Junji Ito collection.
I'm sorry. My mind is still wrapped around this whole fucking Negan bullshit.
Like, I love me some Junji Ito, but boy, did that entire anime adaptation completely bastardize most of those stories. I think they
Well,
only did like one right.
well, thank you. I'm not going to watch that show. I think
You
I
did
might try.
watch one episode with me, remember? It was
I
Grief.
watched like part of it, then I got grossed out and turned it off.
Yeah. There, you can put it on your dropped anime list now. I watched part of an episode and gave up.
What was another? I might actually put Darling in the Franks on my drop list. Now
See-
that people are telling me it's not as good as they thought it was initially.
See, it's not fair that you get to put it on your drop list. I actually sat through the whole thing. So
Well, whose fault is that?
look, most anime
know
I
when to
dislike.
stop.
I sit through to the very end.
You've been so used to masochism. You've been so used to fucking watching train wrecks. You've been so used to actively watching shit like Steven Universe by choice. But mine, by the way, not like Real's friend who had to sit through Dragon Ball Super, even though because of a bet he made. You went, I like train wrecks. I'm gonna watch some Steven Universe. See,
Hey,
I'm a smart boy. I know my time can't be wasted like
it
that.
didn't start off like that. It only started off like that because one of my friends wanted to marathon it and I was bored. And I'm like, sure, I have nothing to do with there. And then that was the mistake with that. But it's just okay. So I enjoy watching train wrecks. There is nothing completely wrong with that because after I watch it, I have a right to complain.
These train wrecks aren't even that fun enough to complain.
You know the saying.
It's fun to
can't really
complain about Master
about
Martial Arts.
something unless you watch it yourself.
It's fun to complain about Master Martial Arts. It's not fun to complain about Wagneria or Sword Art Online. Because people actually fucking like that show.
Yeah. They got even like freaking card game based off of that.
Yeah, everything actually does have a card game based off of
Way
an
Sports, you mean? Way Sports is just anime, the card game.
I do have a lot of shows on hold. Basically, shows
Same
I'm
here.
watching, I plan to watch. But hey, Cord says I completed 101 shows. I'm currently watching 5. Put on hold because I'm a slacker.
Yeah, my list is pretty big on that too.
Huh, apparently I only have one drop manga. What was it? Princess Resurrection. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that shit, that manga. I mean, the cover hooked me. It's like, oh, crazy woman with a fucking chainsaw. Why wouldn't I like this? I didn't hate
That
it, but it
reminds me
wasn't
of
anything
some
special.
weird live action horror film that a friend of mine introduced me to, where it was like there was a Evil Dead reference in it.
Hmm.
And it involved like they had like this fake commercial on it to fight these zombie girls or whatever. Because like this whole world, like something about like when girls reach a certain age, they become zombies.
Weird.
And like the weird part about it is like they were doing these fake advertisements for like these Blues Campbell chainsaws.
But apparently, I score an average of a 7.96 when it comes to me rating anime. Manga, I rate higher. Well, manga is hard to piss me off in that department. Actually, what do I have completed? 10, 10, 10, 9, 10, 8,
Iman
10,
just
10.
asked, what is the Big Bang Theory of anime? Okay, so if
Don't-
Lucky Star is the Seinfeld of anime, it has to be worse than Lucky Star.
I was about to say.
Maybe How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend could count as the Big Bang Theory of it.
Maybe, but it ain't fucking Genshiken. Stop comparing Genshiken to Big Bang Theory. Genshiken is far superior. Even the newer stuff, when they introduced that Cassiawi fangirls, I would still take that over Big Bang Theory. That fucking arc at the end did drag. I'm not gonna lie, that whole Madarame thing did drag, but it came to a satisfying conclusion at the end. Made me proud. Proud. I was quoting a Freddy Got Finger reference. I thought people would know that scene. Make me
I haven't
proud.
seen that in a while.
I'm gonna make you so proud. Proud.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Uh. But yeah, here's my complete manga. Sailor Moon, Sailor V, Elfen Lied. I read that online. Definitely way better than the anime. Genshiken Return of the Otaku. This was a light novel. And, oh boy, I enjoyed it. But man, did it throw everything that made Genshiken great out the fucking window. Gunsmith Cats, Higurashi, one of the arcs. They separate all the Higurashi stories by arc, so I have to like fucking figure out which ones I actually read. I
Yeah.
need to get back to reading that. Welcome to the NHK. I used to like Welcome to the NHK, the manga, more than the anime. And the manga does do some interesting things that's actually worth giving a chance. But years gone by and I've reread the manga and I've rewatched the anime, and I thought, no, wait, the anime is way better. The anime is way better.
Yeah.
Mao Chan is probably the lowest thing I rated, and that's another Ken Akamatsu manga. This manga would have been a whole lot better if it was actually a children's manga, but since it was Ken Akamatsu, it's not. It's a fucking otaku pandering thing. But it's pretty.
Yep,
It was
so it's a kids manga.
Let's see what you did there. It was still pretty entertaining. And My Girlfriend is a T-Rex. I wish there was more volumes of that fucking manga. That was actually really entertaining to watch.
Yeah, and you mentioning Gunsmith Cats there, it kind of reminds me of how I really wish there would have been more to Writing Bean.
Okay, so I keep getting these notifications on my right here. Apparently, there's a new Bean Bandit OVA coming out because it was crowdfunded or something.
About dang time.
Yeah, wasn't the Kickstarter for it not that long ago?
Yeah, it was like a couple months ago. Not to be confused with the Gunsmith Cats Blu-ray re-release Kickstarter. That got funded too, and I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, apparently Kenichi Sonata is somehow crowdfunding for Writing Bean adaptation, and I guess there's enough people with enough money in the world to make it happen. I just hope it doesn't suck, because I'm very cautious on reboots of stuff nowadays, thanks to stuff like Dragon Ball Super,
Yeah,
the
I'm
new
with you on that.
Berserk, all that stuff. You know, it could still be potentially soul-crushingly disappointing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man.
Let's see. What am I currently reading? Unmagical Girl, Bakuman. I need to fucking fish that. Cardcaptor Sakura. I need to get around to fishing that. Asuka, Matsumusume, and Yukio Holder. Ooh, what else have I completed? Nope, that's pretty much it. All right, go back to anime because nobody cares about manga, which is sad.
Very unfortunate.
What have I put on hold? Aho Girl. Been watching that with Rio. Burn Up Excess. I've been putting that on I got like 4 episodes to finish, and I've put this anime on hold for 11 years now.
Damn, I'm about the same way with some of the stuff I've been watching.
Cardcaptor Sakura, I'm actually in the middle of rewatching because I picked it up on Blu-ray the way it was meant to be seen.
Yeah.
All right. Anime movies. We'll get to some if we see them, because I do have some anime movies here. Let's see. Super Dimension Century Orgus.
That's one I really want to watch.
Cutie Honey, the original, because I'm that hardcore. Yeah, I don't like anime from the 80s and 70s. It always looks so weird. Fuck you.
Right.
El Hazard the Wanderers. Need to catch up on that. Gamers, why is that on hold? That should be on my drop list. Hold on.
Yeah.
I forgot to talk about this piece of shit.
Oh.
Yeah, let's talk about this piece of shit. Gamers. Oh man, here's another passion right here. We go. What I expected, something like Genshiken, but that's more video game focused. What did I get? A bunch of idiots who don't know how to communicate with each other, who can't sit down and have a conversation. As a result, it becomes a stupid rom-com farce bullshit of misunderstandings and he says, she said bullshit.
Oh, so Kimi ni Takone, got it.
Like the first episode, it starts off with pretty normal. Main character gets talked to by the club president, the class rep, best woman in the school. You know the drill of this cliche. Turns out she's a gamer. Fights him to the gamer club, and then just like in Star Wars: The Last Jedi, after like giving him like a fight stick and stuff in order to like welcome him into the club, he goes, nope. No, he doesn't join that club, even though there's a cool FGC girl in there that's playing some Guilty Gear. Yeah, they actually do show some gameplay footage. Instead, we get a bunch of other characters I don't give a rat's fucking patootie about. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I fuck this anime. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's terrible.
Tell them how you really feel.
I just did.
Yeah. Okay. Any more?
If anyone actually posted reviews of this shit. Oh, first person scored it overall rating 4. Yeah, another adaptation light novel about a rom-com focus on otaku high school students who like to play video games. It's true we didn't have enough similar animes to Studio Pine Jam was kind enough to realize it. A big thank you. I'm assuming that was supposed to be sarcastic. Gamers is your seasonal generic anime. My expectations were high, but isn't even satisfying because it tries to be funny by repeating gags based on misunderstandings all along the anime till this concept is exhausted. Wow, it's pretty leafy. I'm not going to read.
I'd rather watch Mega Ranger than this.
Mega Ranger. Is that the video game one?
Yeah.
Is that actually good?
Oh, it is fucking amazing.
That's good to know. I did see the first episode, and it literally is basically Last Starfighter. They recruit these people because they had like the highest scores in whatever game.
Now, only the Red Ranger in that one.
Oh, I forget. How did the other Rangers come to be?
They just snuck up on the base and like showed up. They get trapped and they show their amazing skills to like get like through some high tech door that they got locked behind. And
okay.
But it's pretty much, it's a really good one, and like I enjoyed the hell out of it, especially the character of freaking Mega Silver, because he just shows his first appearance. He just shows up like a total badass.
All right, here's my complete list. Let's see if I could sort it by. Let's see if there's a way for me to sort it by score.
Right now, I'm going back to like the 90s because I want to see what's the oldest anime I dropped.
I guess
so far, I'm recognizing plenty of stuff I watched all the way through.
Well,
even as a kid, I watched everything anime related as possible.
Sword Art Online is a 3. Second season Haruhi Suzume is a 6.
Only a 6?
For season 2, yeah. I mean, I did like that second arc. It was just fine. Except for the whole Mikuru is my toy thing. I enjoyed it. Okay, Galco-chan, finish that. Evangelion, oh, that's a 6. I wish I could do a 5-point rating system instead of a 10.1. Those are annoying. The 5.1 is much more clear and concise. Why won't people understand that? I give this anime a 7.5. 319223248239997. Not to be confused with the other anime, which I gave it a 7.222382. No, shut up. Stop that. This anime is a 3 out of 10. This one is a 1 out of 10. What's the difference? They're both shit and not worth your time.
Ultimately, my oldest drop list would have to be something that aired on Toonami that I got bored of.
Love Hina, 2 out of 10. I think I gave it a point because I did like the character Motoko.
Now I'm in 1994.
It all began in 94.
When I was a kid, but everything on here I watched when it was adapted in English, at least stuff that was here.
Yeah.
Watched all of Monster Rancher.
Green
I never
Green,
got to
1 out of
finish all
10.
that.
Great Teacher Onizuka, 10 out of 10.
Watched Gundam.
Galaxy Express, 10 out of 10. That was fun.
Gundam got a little too overpopularized in the 90s here.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's a 6 out of 10. Why did I put that there? Digimon Adventures, an 8. Detroit Mail City, 10. Danganronpa stuff. Crusher Joe, the movie.
Oh, I have. I think I have an OVA or something. I got like this 1-volume thing. Hey, hold on, let me go look.
Azumanga Daioh, 10 out of 10. That was a classic. Oh, shit. I forgot to mute myself. Sorry.
Jeez. Even Slam Dunk was 93.
Man, you are such a youngin' compared to me.
What?
You can't even think of animes back in 1989.
I mean, I'm still going back. Like, I'm going back a year at a time. But now I'm getting to the point where it was only.
I rate Dokuro-chan. I rate that as 6 out of 10. I don't know why I did that, but hey, I like some Mortal Kombat gore.
But I did watch me a bit of Slam Dunk. That's kind of on hold, though.
It is
I think I got
720.
this complete collection of Crusher Joe. It's got like the movie and like these 2, I guess, OVA episodes.
Yeah, that's all they had.
Yeah, the funny thing about that is like it was just given to me by some random person at a convention because like they were just trying to give away a bunch of stuff and like nobody wanted it, and so I just raised my hand and took it.
Oh, I need to put Darcy's Wing on the list. I completed that.
Let's see. 1990 was it might just be Samurai Pizza Cats for 1990.
Speaking of that, that's on Crunchyroll as its original Japanese version.
Now we're going to the 89s. Now we're going to before I was born.
There we go.
But yeah, I
It's
pretty
a
much
very
watched
bad.
anything then. I almost see it as a challenge. Dragon Ball Z, Ramna.
Oh, Rama, that's one I need to finish.
All right, let's see what the chat's doing. They're just taking a nap. I sure could go for some pizza too.
Some good pizza.
That's all the way in fucking New Orleans. I don't feel like driving that far. Here's my plan to watch list. Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040, Crusher Joe OVAs, Ghost Shogun, and its movie, The Time Stranger, wherever you pronounce that. Birdie the Mighty Decode, Tekmen Blade 2, Arcadia of My Youth, which is the Harlock movie, and Zankyo no Terror, because Angel keeps telling me we should watch that.
I watched all of it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I need to finish watching the rest of the Transformers anime. I've gotten through Headmasters and Master Force, but I haven't finished Victory because like
Didn't Galvatron get killed off in Headmasters by like fucking getting beams of light shine at him?
yeah, I think so.
That
And
looks so
like
stupid.
what was really kind of ridiculous about Headmasters is how they defeat the final boss. It's like they use the power of friendship to beat him.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard Transformers was definitely more baby-like in Japan when compared to its American counterparts.
Well, Master Force actually was really good.
Hmm.
That was like a 1 out of the 3 that I actually really enjoyed.
I've seen bits and pieces of the Yatterman reboot from 2006, or no, I want to say it might have been 2008. It had to be 2008 because they reference Obama and Hillary Clinton during the election.
Obama Coon and Hillary Chan. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
okay, I'm in 1986. There's no way I can possibly find any. Oh wait, there's Saint Seiya.
So that's it. That's one I need to get around to watching.
I was like, okay, now I'm 1985, and there's Zeta Gundam.
See,
Okay,
only in Persona where you use the power of friendship to summon Lucifer. Yeah, Persona 4 did that. It was great. Great RPG. Let's see, Rainfall the Hybrid. Yeah. Fortunately, I think I already had my dinner. The problem is now I fucking like waited too late on Tekken Blade. It's gonna be hard to get those fucking DVDs. And I heard the third set, the last volume, is available used on Amazon. So now that brings some serious trust issues for me.
Kind of wish that was on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, I know. Like that seems like a good idea. But Crunchyroll seems to be wanting to live off of some bad ideas sometimes.
Yeah, they. The only reason why I got Crunchyroll in the first place was because they put all those Ultraman series on there.
I got Verve, so
At least we watched a lot of Funimation channel stuff in the meantime. But I liked Geed. That was a fun watch.
Haven't finished that one.
okay. Next show, I definitely want to watch. I definitely want to fucking watch this, but I just don't feel like getting a fucking streaming service just for this one show. Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Oddly enough, Mr. Macker was the one that brought this series to my attention.
Jim, Rip
Yep.
and Pete's.
Oh, what happened to him now?
I don't know. Everyone's saying he died of like ligma or something. I don't know.
Oh, you know what ligma means, right?
Yes, I do. But he hasn't posted since the 25th, so everyone's just making jokes that he's dead.
Oh, no, he could be on a trip or something.
Probably.
The internet is his vacation. Why would he go anywhere else?
Maybe he needs sometimes you need a vacation from a vacation. I didn't care for Trinity Blood. It looked like the main character looked like a Vash knockoff, and I didn't like how it uses like fade transitions every time it cuts. Or maybe it was in that one episode. Either way, it looked annoying. But yeah, Legend of Galactic Heroes. OVA. It was strictly an OVA series that had 110 episodes, which is why it never got localized in the first place, because there's no way they would handle a project that ambitious. But I think Sentai Filmworks picked up the licensing rights to redistribute it. And I want to say they're doing something with the new series as well. But I want to watch the old school series, obviously, because I like the art style.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to the audiobook, and the audiobook's pretty good, but I really want to see that fucking anime. I've been like fucking Wooly from Super Best Friends. He said he watched it and he said the show has no flaws. No flaws. And I'm like, that's a big sell. In fact, let's see what the people say in the reviews.
I was like, okay, I'm now in 1981. This is probably a year where I didn't watch any anime from it, and I see Lum, and I'm like, well, there goes that.
Oh, you mean Urusei Yatsura?
Yeah,
That is a really good anime.
it is.
It's on. Oddly enough, the entire series is on YouTube.
Yep, that's how I watched it.
That's how I've been watching it. Although avoid the English dub
No, I have.
because told Darkscream I think yesterday about it. Like the voice acting is so bad that it makes you want to punch the screen.
Sounds pretty bad.
Like they make Lum sound like a really bad, like a really bad impersonation of Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Oh, I actually have an anime I could say I dropped now from way back then, and the
What?
reason's kind of dumb. I dropped Astro Boy,
Oh.
Which one?
the original.
Oh, you did see the original back in the day.
I tried watching a little bit of it, but it
Because
just
there's
wasn't
like
to my
a
taste.
1980s version.
Yeah, the 1980s one. I tried watching a bit of it, and it wasn't my thing. Mostly because, like, Astro Boy was like, I already have Mega Man for my generation. Astro Boy seemed kind of. I watched Cyborg 009 though, and like that, but Astro Boy just wasn't in my taste.
Yeah, speaking of Cyborg 009, there's another that I want to see all that, and I want to be able to see all the rest of Kikaider the animation.
Mm.
I think I've seen all
Do you
that on
think?
Adult Swim.
Do you think Trigger's version of Gridman is going to be good?
I sure hope so.
I hope so too. I've seen all of Gridman
I want
because
to watch Gridman, but it requires paying
it's
$3 on
pretty good.
Amazon.
Although there's one character on there that is very kind of creepy, and it's like the kid that sides with the main bad guy because he does
I,
some really creepy shit.
I only know of the one from the American counterpart, who, by the way, the main bad guy was voiced by Tim Curry.
Yeah, yeah, but like,
I love the fact that they're actually using the American title for Gridman in that
oh
series.
yeah, like they shortened it to like all the S's or whatever. Yeah, I think I heard it was going to be like a hybrid of both, maybe.
That'd be interesting. But yeah, OVAs are usually supposed to be a few episodes long. I don't know how this became a 110 series that lasted from the 80s to 1997, but whatever, good for them.
I never cared for Trinity Blood, Vimon, but that's just personal taste.
Isn't that the one with like the fake vampires? Or they have like the
No, that's
microchips
Twilight.
in them that make them vampires or something?
No, that was actually in the Helsing TV series. They actually introduced that subplot. What am I currently watching? My Hero Academia Season 3. No, I'm not currently watching Comic Park. Get the fuck out here. I finished that show. Jesus.
You need to update your list, clearly.
Clearly. Deno Coil, I was in the middle of watching that. Gundam Build Divers, I'm still watching. And
apparently it's not doing so hot in ratings in Japan.
Build Divers?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Compared to Try and Fighters, it's just probably ironically enough because the stakes aren't high enough like the other shows were. It's almost like one of the main villains had a point in what he was saying.
Well, here's the thing. I actually enjoyed the fact that the stakes aren't super high or super exaggerated because, Octopath Traveler is actually getting criticized for like similar reasons because they said because the game is like 8 separate stories, but none of them converge to like this big save the world RPG thing that almost every RPG has. And I actually commend Octopath for that. I commend Gundam Build Divers for just being simple, fun, Second Life with Gundams.
I mean, in its own right, fighters didn't have drastic stakes either. It was just them people wanting to win the tournament. But it's just the fact is, like, all these things about pride and wanting to keep your model safe without having to spend $30 every time you went to play in a competition. They toned that down in Try when they set damage ratings. Like, all generic tournaments were ranked to C. So after like the fight ended, your machine wouldn't be really damaged. But in like national tournaments, it was ranked A. So Your plastic would melt.
Shit. And I'm watching Kaiju Girls. So anyways, I'm running out of steam. I might wrap it up a little bit early unless there's something else I could get into.
I mean, I've made it all the way to
So,
1977. At this point, I'm going to run out of things I knew.
oh,
and
how
try
are
to,
you liking Kaiju Girls anyway?
It's okay, but here's the thing. I'm not too big into kaiju lore, so some of this stuff is over my head.
Yeah, I kind of figured that it would be okay for some viewers, but like you'd have to like know your like Ultraman stuff to be able to understand some of the character, their personalities and their mannerisms.
I can probably sit through that because each episode is only like 5 minutes long. So,
Yeah.
Rainfall the Hybrid. Do you know him?
What?
He's calling out your name. He's saying, "Hi, Will. It's me."
Oh, that might be my girlfriend, I think.
Oh. So that's the Hun that wants to have pizza with you. Okay, I got it. Yeah, she said that earlier in the chat.
Pizza,
God
God,
damn it. Don't tempt me.
sacrilegious.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, yeah, we had the best pizza in New Orleans, the Blaze Pizza. I wonder if those restaurants are actually available in other parts of the state or country. Say country. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know what else to talk about. The list, I knew my list was going to be small. I'm not fucking Digibro. But at the same time, these are shows I gave a small chance and then dropped. If there, like I said, if there was an hold on, if there was an anime list where I could be like never plan to watch, yeah, that would be like 7 hours long.
Yeah, I feel the same way. There's like so much. I can't name them off the top of my head. I'd have to
We can always do
totally
a
write
list
them
of
down.
anime we regret watching through its entirety.
We could.
Yeah, could, but I think I've already really named the one that.
But that's another good point. I need to put Akira and Ghost in the Shell on the list because I did see those.
Yeah.
Oh, I already did. But how about Ghost in the Shell? Jesus. God damn, I hope my cold recovers soon.
Yeah, I have so too, man. It sounds pretty rough.
Yeah.
Oh, Ghost in the Shell. I still haven't seen the live action version of that.
So, hold on. I actually need to, well, I don't know if you guys can answer this question, but I'm not planning to watch. Here we go. The original Birdie the Mighty has it marked for 4 episodes, but the DVD I picked up only says it has 2 episodes.
Huh.
Yeah. Did they like only license half the series? What the hell's going on with that?
It's either that or it could be one of those things where, like the older animes, where they only put so many episodes on there.
We have to probably do different DVDs for the whole show. Did they have like a volume 1 or something on there?
Let me check again, but no, I didn't see that. And it turns out I thought it was a Discotech re-release, but no, I picked up an old ass Central Park Media DVD. Hold on, let me get my shit. Let me just move these cables out of the way. All right.
No, Rainfall. I haven't seen Wolf Children yet.
All right. From the director.
I watched a little bit of Wolf Children when
From
it
the
aired.
director of X, the TV series, Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, Ninja Scroll, and Cyber City. Let's see.
Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. That was actually pretty good.
It's only 70 minutes long altogether.
I'm curious to see how Gungrave VR is going to be. If it's out already.
Gungrave? Oh, man. I haven't heard of that in forever.
Yeah, they made a VR game for it, apparently.
Because, like, I remember there was the game, and then they made an anime for it.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing
That was a
implying that
long
this is
time
a
ago.
one that this is like volume 1 of 2 or anything like that.
Which is why I thought it was so weird for them to make a VR game for it, because like people remember Gungrave. That doesn't
I'm
sound
pretty
right.
sure people remember the anime more than the game. That's
Yeah.
another weird thing.
Yeah, because I remember watching my brother play the Gungrave game.
Yeah. I could stop sharing now.
Yeah, I think I had like a poster of Birdie the Mighty somewhere.
Yeah, I have that and the Decode reboot.
I gotta go
What do
actually
you mean,
catch up
Lazy
with a lot
Samurai,
of
when you say
anime.
don't ever be like Digi, bro?
I mean, that's like words to live by in general. Why would anyone want to be like Digibro?
I mean, I do give some anime a chance if the appeal if the premise hooks me or
You
if I
guys
like the
see
character designs.
the Castlevania anime yet?
Yes.
I did.
I'm
It's pretty good.
waiting for the new
Yeah,
season.
I'm looking forward to the next set of episodes on that.
Is it actually more than 4 this time?
I have
I
not
hope
seen Wolf
so.
Children nor House Moving Castle yet.
I've seen the House of Moving Castle.
And,
I just thought it was hilarious that the lead character was voiced by freaking Christian Bale in the dub. Because that's like total fodder for like Batman jokes. Or if you want to Mystery Science Theater that.
I just don't like Digibro very much. Understandable. Oh shit! I'm really sorry, guys.
That's fine. That's all right, man.
Jesus, I'm not gonna get any sleep.
What is sleep? It's for the that's what it is.
Sleeps for losers.
God damn it! I wanted to work on my fucking Macross Valkyrie. Uh,
Oh, you got a model of that?
yeah, Digibro needs to shave his fucking beard. It looks so unkempt. And they do have of one of the ones from Delta. I talked about in the last stream.
I think I mentioned this. I think in the last stream that I paid like a significant amount of money for a Macross ship. Like it was a Bandai US release from the Matchbox line.
Was that
And
the
I
one where
actually
they prevented the? Is that Roy's of Veritech? You're talking about?
no. Oh no, I'm talking about the Macross ship itself.
Oh, the SDF one.
Yeah, I actually paid like $300 for that.
Okay, because I
And I
know the
actually even got it signed by two of the voice actors from the Robotech series
because
for the
I know
box.
because I know that the Matchbox toy of Roy's Veritech, they actually fucked it up to where you can't transform it into its robot form.
Oh, that's like I think the re-release for the Exo Squad stuff. So I think you're thinking about.
No. This was definitely back when Robotech was hot.
Oh yeah, with like the bigger, they had like figures you could put him in or something like that. I think.
No, it was a jet, but you couldn't transform it into its fucking Baroid mode.
Oh
Because of Hasbro having the rights to Jetfire, which was based off of the Valkyrie from Macross.
yeah. Speaking of
But
which, I have the.
there is a YouTube channel called Retro Blasting who like reviews like
Oh
old
yeah,
cartoon
I've seen
shows and the
him.
toy lines. But I believe he did a video of him actually like reconstructing that thing to where it will work the way it's supposed to again.
I must have missed that one.
Mm,
But yeah, speaking of that, I actually have a 15th anniversary of that uh, of Roy's Valkyrie, like a re-release of the original Bandai toy,
nice.
fully transformable. Even has like it comes with the armor and the booster rockets.
How expensive does that go nowadays?
I think I paid like 40 for it back then. This is like years ago.
It's probably worth like $300 now. No,
Probably not mine now because I have mine out of the box and posed.
You know, some people are lazy. They like not having to put in things together. So maybe.
Okay.
I even have like a little Minmay doll that came with like a little in those like blind box things. And it's like so detailed that it even has the little switch on its back, like a fake switch.
Dang.
Yeah, but I can't blame you, Lazy Samurai, if Digibro gives you the creeps. He does. He like I said, the dude needs to clean his face. Plus, he did a video that, speaking as a retro cynic, I'm just tired of hearing these fucking rants now at this point. He did another video where it's basically talking about, yeah, animation's such a big decline. It's not what it used to be. Everything sucks nowadays. I'm like, are we gonna hear this every year? I'm at yeah, and again, coming from a guy who doesn't really give a whole lot of new things a chance, I'm getting fucking hit, and who's also guilty of doing this before 7 years ago. I'm getting really fucking sick of people ranting about that shit now.
Yeah, I've
I
been.
mean, as many issues as I have with Mother's Basement, Digibro's like makes him look like a celebrity in comparison.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like as long as I'm okay with some people who either don't like certain animes or that I like, or if they're like all about these ones that I absolutely do not like, as long as they don't try to be all hateful and spiteful or like try to be forcing me to like it or something like that.
Yeah, and they do realize that like 20 years down the line, you're gonna have like a generation of anime fans that are gonna do the same shit. They're gonna be like, "Oh, these kids nowadays with their whatever the hell's hot at that's gonna be hot at the time." Back in my day, we had true quality classics like Sword Art Online. You do realize that time is gonna come soon, right?
Yeah,
I don't want it to be soon. I want it to be never.
it's like kind of like
And
how
they'd
I
be
had
like,
this
"Oh, you
thought
like
about,
Sword Art? You clearly didn't know the superiority of Log Horizon."
Plebs. Actually, that's a show I put on hold.
Me too, actually. I still got to watch the second half of season 2, and then probably never watch any more because I highly doubt that show's getting another season because of tax evasion.
Yeah, there's only one bad word: Texas. Ron Swanson. All right. Well, anyways, we have been talking long. Wow, we still got 10 people here. That's still a pretty big count for a stream. People are still commenting on my fucking Dead or Alive video, too. But yeah, is everyone cool if I wrap it up right now? Because I don't have anything else. I don't even know what I'm going to review next. That's the tough part.
damn.
Decisions.
Yeah.
You need maybe you should try something new.
I doubt that.
No.
Maybe you can watch the new season of Fully Cooley.
Yeah, that
It's
could be
only
an
6
option.
episodes.
Yeah, that could be an
Then you
option.
can understand how I feel.
Terrible.
Not really terrible. It's just why. I won't say it was bad, but it wasn't Fully Cooley.
Mm.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Like they try to revive something and it's not exactly.
And all they did was break one cardinal sin of Fully Cooley you're never supposed to do.
Explain.
Explain the plot.
Because everyone has a stiffy for wanting to know everything, like what happened to the Kurt Russell at the end of the Time Carpenter's The Thing, or God help us, I better not see any continuations of Danganronpa V3. Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Like
I need to know what the Kessel run is. Anyways, I'll think of something. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have to wrap it up here. I have to cough up another lung.
Okay.
Good luck on that.
All right. You get better, man.
All right, thanks, man. And with that, this is Darkscream 217 signing out.
That's it. Catch you later.
And this is MST3K Tom clocking out.
All right, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care, everybody.